And in the middle of your drive home, we visit with Mike Neighbors, head women's basketball coach for a long while now, coming up here at the University of Arkansas. Coach, good afternoon. Did we lose him? Hello?
He was there a second ago.
Coach, are you there? Somebody's on the phone. I can barely hear him. Is he on a Bluetooth or something? Maybe?
How about now?
There it is. Yeah, that's better.
There he is.
Hey, what's going on, Coach?
Now better?
Yeah, that's
better?
good. Yeah. I think it's working now.
There we go. Well, we're trying out a new little setup we got here in the office, so hopefully you can hear me. Otherwise, I can just go back to the old school way.
Well, I mean, let's beta shoot this now. Yeah, this sucks. Yeah, old way's probably a little better right now.
Old way's better? Okay.
Oh, yeah,
hold on.
Okay, we're going to go the old way. Maybe so.
All right, how's that?
Oh, that's perfect. There you go. Loud and clear.
Oh, yeah.
5 by 5.
Woo!
All right.
Bam. Okay. All right. Well, that's what we get for trying to be fancy.
See, exactly.
Keep it simple.
That's right.
Keep it simple.
Tried and true methods always work out. Well, I guess Zach's going to be able to mooch tickets off you for a few more years, it sounds like.
Well, that's the plan, we hope. There's nothing guaranteed in this profession, so we'll see how it goes. After being on y'all's show, you never know. I'm always holding my breath to see if I'm going to get a phone call.
That's true. So are we on our show. We're always holding our breath.
We're actually very, very worried about it. I mean, the question I have for you is, are my seats going to improve? I'd like to sit on the...
How are they supposed to get better?
Well,
I got you sitting right next to the cheerleaders on the home end. I mean, come on, man.
I can't sit next to you, call a play?
You don't want any part of that, I promise you.
No, you're right. I don't want to get yelled at afterwards. No, you're right.
Or in the middle of the whole thing.
That's true, too.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Yeah, no, but at least a few more years anyway. I'm now starting to track how many years I have left on my contract by what grade Bowen's going to be in school. So
Good, yeah.
I think we've got him into elementary school, so we're in good shape.
That's good. So before we wander off into whatever we always wander off to, we were talking yesterday, and your thoughts on, is it the coaches or is it the players when it comes to successful programs at various different places or different sports? And Zach was talking about how you're in the players' camp. Just to kind of explain that.
Well, I mean, I think that's the people that do the day-to-day work, and that's the people that play the games. That's the people, whatever sport you're picking out. It's a player's thing, and it becomes an us thing when you bring the coaches into it. But some of the best coaches I've known have not always had the best teams, because of the player situation. So it comes down to the players, and it comes down to how they make themselves into a team, and then how they perform. So if I ever start taking credit for anything, y'all be sure to kick me in the butt. If there's anything other than blame, pointed my way, we're doing it wrong, because it's definitely about the players, and especially at the collegiate level. Maybe I've never been to the pro level, so maybe it's different there. But having only speak from personal experience, high school and college, it's all about that group of players that you coach.
Speaking of players, you were in Dallas last week, WNBA game, and you got more airtime than Chelsea did. They kept popping you up, but what I noticed was that when they put up like the super underneath, you'd say head coach, University of Arkansas, but they never mentioned that you were a mime state champion.
That is not common knowledge worldwide, so we've tried to keep that a local thing so we can really tell who's done their homework.
I see.
I know Holly Rowe has won lots of Emmys, but no, only guys like y'all will have the mime ability and the ability to talk about that. Y'all kind of got exclusive rights to that.
Hey, were you aware that Robert Moore's dad is the GM of the Royals?
I was.
Okay, just obviously you've watched an SEC Plus network broadcast because it's every other inning.
It's a running gag
show
around here, Coach.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay, I have not noticed that, but yes, that I knew it from another source. But I guess the SEC network does have a lot of that on there. He's pretty photogenic guy though, so I can see why they.
He gets more airtime than Ashley Judd at a Kentucky game. He is always on TV.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, I think they put me on in the last minute of the game because they didn't want to hurt ratings. I heard that was at the very, very end. So there was a really cool thing that happened, and I don't think it made it to the air, but when the Aces put Slocum into the game, there was about 200 Arkansas fans there. And when they put Slocum in, everybody started calling the Hogs. Well, Plum, who's here with us, she's in the game, and her player gets the ball over in the corner, and she closes out, and as she's raising her hands up, she starts yelling "Woo Pig-Suey" with her hands up like she's doing a closeout. It was classic. It was great stuff. We're trying to find the clip of it, but we got an actual on-the-court hog call by a WNBA player during the game, and it was sweet. We hated that Chelsea they didn't put Chelsea in the game. That was it was a blowout. Don't get me started on that. That's another whole. We could spend a 30-minute segment talking about that, but I won't. But I wish they'd have put her in there so we could add all three of those kids on the floor at the same time.
Talking with Mike Neighbors here on Ruscin and Zach. How are you navigating the name, image, and likeness waters? Because it's how do you bring this up to the team? What are you telling the team about stuff? Because there could be some opportunities for some of your players at some point here.
Yeah, they've all got several things going. I just listen because we're really not involved in it. They've kind of insulated coaches from being involved. So listening to their stories and just being excited, which they all are. They're all excited about it. It's all new. They're learning things like what FICA means and preach at 1099s. They're learning all kinds of new things. But they've been educated. They've been taking these classes every Thursday on what it's going to be about. But I'm excited about it. It's fun to follow. It's fun to watch. They're excited about it. And now I don't know how it's going to affect us when we get into the season. I don't think anybody really does until we get there. Just a lot of speculation and projection. But I think it'd be just like everything else. We'll manage it. We'll learn how to navigate it. And I just think it's such a positive thing for our kids that we have to be the ones to make the adjustments so it can best benefit them. Because it's starting to make an impact. There's people who have helped change their current situation and their family situation.
I finally figured it out. I figured out how you rig the PacMan game. I figured
you know the pattern already?
No, it's not a pattern. It's not a pattern. My daughter found it. You can add extra lives, and that's how you got this big scores. You can go up to like 7 of the PacMan things. And
No, it's not. It is not. That's not how I got it. I got it playing normal on the normal speed, no extra lives. Just you got to know there's patterns. Mm-hmm. That's why I like Miss Pac-Man over. You can't learn a pattern in Miss Pac-Man. But anyway, that's another whole.
I'm going to get you on my home track. I'm going to whoop you. That's
I am not scared. I am not one bit scared.
So the headline for this interview later on Hit That Line will be Ruscin and Zach accuse Mike Neighbors of cheating in Pac-Man. That'll be the headline to get people to click later.
Here's the number I want to know. How long did it take you to put that machine together?
Oh, my God. What a nightmare. God,
we haven't got into that.
I pulled that thing out of the box, and it's got a box of, like, screws and dowels and widgets. And it is literally the size of my forearm. And I looked at my daughter, and I went, we're going to be here a while. And the instructions are fairly self-explanatory. I just don't know how to do it.
No, and there's tricks to it. Learning to get those dowels lined up and pull it just right. The key is to not tighten the screws until you've got the dowels all in there. I could have told you that a long time ago, but I wanted you to learn from experience.
And I had extra dowels, so they give you one. They give you one, but I wound up with 3.
Oh. So you're missing it. You're probably missing it in the header. Then I made that mistake on my first machine, but I can put. So I got Miss Pac-Man for Father's Day, and I think it took me 25 minutes to put together. So I'm getting pretty good at those. I can help people out on Arcade 1-Up game installation and assembly.
Yeah, I got deep into Dig Dug last night, and Kid and I didn't go to bed until like 2 a.m.
I'm jealous. No. I'm jealous. I did not have the patience to wait for that one. They do have it out now as a complete console, and I'm scouring trying to find maybe for Christmas if I have a good year, I'll get it for Christmas.
I'd say, I love. Now I could be wrong, but I think you had a pretty good month of July.
Well, July was good. We're kind of looking forward to August with this baby being born, but July was a fun month.
Are you getting a push present?
I did. I got a push present last night. JC got me a really nice pair of Air Jordans, so I think she was preemptively setting the bar very high for her push present, which will be coming, of course, next month.
Yeah, to quote Admiral Akbar, it's a trap.
It is definitely a trap because last time I didn't even get a push present at all. I just gave push presents.
Right.
So I think the fact that I got one this time is probably saying you need to step it up for round 2.
We're talking with Mike Neighbors, of course, here on Ruscin and Zach. So we got the perfect question from a listener for you, Coach.
This is right up your alley. Craig and Elkins.
Oh, boy.
That's right.
He wants to know what celebrity graves you've visited.
Celebrity graves. Well, several. The big ones, of course, are in Seattle because we used to we'd always have a recruit that wanted to go see Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee's grave. It was right there overlooking town. And then Jimi Hendrix's was right down the road. So I've been to Hendrix and I've been to both Brandon and Bruce Lee. And then other than that, I guess, just the ones that are in D.C., the ones that are buried at the cemetery there. I've not delved off into cemetery photo shoots like I have with the serial killers, but that's a great question. But that's the ones I've been to the most.
Okay.
Best pyramid is $25,000 pyramid, right? I mean, pyramids of Giza, all of this stuff. Best pyramid's $25,000 pyramid.
Is that the one that was Dick Clark
Yes.
back in the day?
Yes,
No
of course.
question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no question, with the whole little thing that slid back and forth to him. And, yeah. No, definitely. I haven't seen all the other ones, but it doesn't matter. That one's the standard bearer for sure.
That's a great show. I wish they still ran those. They're so good.
What's your favorite game show? He and I have this argument all the time. What's your favorite, daytime game show?
Like, of all time?
Yep.
Price is Right.
Yeah.
Because of the variety of it. It was Card Sharks during the day, or was that in the afternoon?
It was
Well, it depends,
late morning. It depends on where you were.
Yeah, it depends on what part of the country
What's your Price is Right game?
The yodeling guy, the guy that comes up the deal yodeling, and you got to stop him closest to the edge without going over.
Yeah,
I was a Plinko guy.
Yeah, you're a Plinko guy.
The Plinko guy.
Yeah.
I like the one where you roll the dice and you got to pick the higher or lower, and
that's
the putt one. They very rarely did the putt one, but that was, if I were to be on the show, I was always hopeful of getting the putt one.
Yeah, hole in one or two. If you miss the first putt,
how have you never been on a game show?
I don't know. I thought I would have been really good on a. I'm waiting to see what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the reboot, not the one that just came out, but the reboot of Name That Tune. That's the one I want to go on where you can bid back and forth, like I can name that tune in 5 notes, and go. I just like the rhetoric and the terminology. Name that tune, so.
They did that one, the most recent one, they did it in Australia, so it would have been hard to get there anyway. So, when they reboot again stateside, you got to be on there.
Yeah, and I wouldn't have been good because back in the day, my ear wasn't as trained to pick up some of the piano tunes, but I can tell you right now, that'd be the one. And I need another. I'm getting ready to get this whole new genre of music with the next wave of kids coming through. I learned Baby Shark on the piano yesterday just so I can play it for Bowen, and so I think I'm going to have a whole new catalog of music to help my depth when it comes to naming that tune. So we'll see.
Okay. I don't.
Isn't the writer of Baby Shark like a billionaire now or something because of this whole thing?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sure. There's been some songs that have got stuck in my head over the years, but nothing like that one.
I just finished Downton Abbey, and I'm starting the Kaminsky method. What are you into right now?
Well, I'm watching that pop music documentary on Netflix. Have you seen this? It's just like the first episode was the Boys to Men, what happened to Boys to Men and how their sound. The second episode was auto-tune. The third one is the Stockholm Syndrome, talking about how the ABBA music swept through. So it's all like late 80s, early 90s, 2000 things that happened in the music industry. And it's really, really well done. Almost like the old school behind the music type deal. It's a 50 minutes, an hour long episode. Of something that went on. Like I had no idea about auto-tune, how it came in, how it got started, and then how people just bashed T-Pain for it. And he lost his confidence for a while, and now he's back because it just really I don't know. That's what I've been watching, and then I'm just biding time until Ted Lasso comes out next week. I'm just counting down the days.
Is that season 2 of Ted Lasso?
Yeah. Season 2.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's on my list. I think I'm going to do that after the Kaminsky method.
But it's got to be totally done.
Yeah,
if
you're
they're
right.
in the middle of
I
making
can't
it. We won't watch the show.
Snob. I can't do it.
No, not this one. This one is a week-to-week builder. season to season, you'll be fine. You're missing out. I just saw the individual Emmys come out. I think everybody on the show's nominated.
Yeah.
That's hard to do in your pilot season. It's so well done.
Yeah. All right. You have anything else for this man,
Oh,
Zach?
I could go on all day.
Yeah.
I've got lots of questions, but no.
We've taken enough of his
Yeah, I know.
valuable time here. Mike Neighbors, coach women's basketball at the University of Arkansas. Congrats on the extension. It means you get to have more useless conversations with us, I hope, in the future, Coach.
At least 5 more years. Appreciate it, guys.
There you go. All right, thank you. Mike Neighbors with us here on Ruscin and Zach. And your drive home is powered by Mr. Sparky. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
What I took out of that is that my tickets are safe.
That's it.